I'm Maddie.
I'm Chelsie.
I love health and fitness.
I am active. I really like to work out.
I'm a mom.
I have a baby on the way.
And I'm divorced.
And I'm divorced.
We just disagreed on a lot of things from the beginning, but I figured, that's when we love each other, they'll go away, and it didn't, and it only got worse with time.
Even as I look back, there's not a lot that I think I should have seen that until actually things started going bad.
The honeymoon phase that most people go through wasn't really there. I felt like there was constant contention from the beginning, and it was a really lonely and sad period for me. And it was within a couple of months that I got pregnant on birth control.
I'd never felt the need to look into his past really, or check his phone or look at his messages, but I did. I looked at my phone bill, and there was a lot of conversation and communicating back and forth with a separate number, and it ended up being a girl.
And we went in to have the ultrasound with the nurse, and immediately I could tell by the look on her face that something was seriously wrong, and I remember I just started to cry, and I knew that at that point my life was never going to be the same again. And 2 weeks later, he was born.
I found out I was pregnant in September of 2010, and then my baby Jax was born on June 2nd of 2011. I tried to make it work for a while. We tried for a good while, but it just didn't seem to get better. So at that point, Jax and I lived by ourselves after that, and we talked every once in a while. We tried to make it work, but it just didn't.
I remember when I first got to the NICU, the nurse said, I'm really sorry, he only responds to pain. He doesn't respond to anything else. And then when I went up to see him, I remember I touched his hand and I talked to him, and I saw that he recognized the sound of my voice, and it was at that point that I felt like a mom for the first time. And I knew that I'd always be his mom no matter what happened. A few days later, we took him off life support. It was the most difficult thing I've ever had to do, and the days that followed were extremely hard. And
dating with a kid was hard. There was a lot of situations where I would be talking to someone and they would say, "Oh, you have a kid?" "Yeah, I do, actually." And then the conversation was over. It's scary to be an insta parent for people. That's hard. It's hard to accept that you're taking on that kind of responsibility, and so you kind of have to be respectful of that. I got a lot of no's and a lot of dead-end conversations, and you don't want to introduce your child to someone that's not important, so it just kind of makes it difficult.
There's times when it takes more courage and more strength to stay in a marriage and try and work on things, and then there's times when I feel like it takes more courage to leave and to say enough is enough.
It really is just a matter of understanding that there are good people out there. My ex-husband's not a bad person, but we just didn't match. It didn't work.
The beautiful part is that even though we can't control our spouse, we can't control our circumstance, we can't control what happens to us, I think, we always have a choice to choose how we feel.
I think that sometimes you get it in your head that everyone is like that. And now that I'm remarried, I've never been treated better, and Jax has never been treated better. So keeping an open mind about everything is hard, but there's love stories everywhere, and it's not always the first one.